Alex, I love the response to the question about drinking. I was wondering about the effects of weed on hypertrophy outcomes.
Oh, damn it.
Goddamn drug addicts on our channel. I use more than 0.5 grams during the week at night after working. So I actually don't know what that means because I only deal in milligrams of THC as far as reference values. So what the?
So I'm assuming that means he's smoking more than half a gram.
Yeah, is that a lot?
Oh, I think that's like a pretty standard dose, right?
Okay. After working, lifting, and eating first dinner, on the weekends I smoke more. Are the anti-inflammatory effects of cannabis having an effect on the muscle damage stimulus vector on muscle recovery? Almost certainly not. Does marijuana cause any decrease in hypertrophy by reducing the amount of deep sleep? Maybe, but you got to do a lot of weed to do that. And unless you're just literally hitting up edibles and then going to sleep, it's probably not likely. Basically, am I leaving long-term gains on the table due to being a pothead? Anecdotally, it helps meet necessary calories for bulking. That's cool. So my take is so if you try sleeping without weed and you have notably more restful sleep and you have super deep dreams, and if you sleep with weed and it's just not so good sleep, then you're probably missing out. All the other research on weed, that testosterone estrogen ratios, doesn't seem to be very conclusive. And bodybuilders who do weed are a number in the millions or whatever. And there's not most bodybuilders don't drink, or at least very often, because they know. It's just like something like ecologically, experientially, most people know it's a stupid idea. Weed, there's no such consensus, and really most bodybuilders don't have a strong opinion on it one way or another. So I'm inclined to, because there's not a ton of direct research, I'm inclined to think that the mechanism is just not that strong, and it's probably not a big deal in one way or another. And the thing is, if weed helps you relax a lot, which it does for a lot of people, and really just de-stress and enjoy, especially if you don't smoke it right before bed, you smoke it in the evening, and then by the time you're getting to sleep, you're a little bit more sober, that can actually have a net positive on many people, because as Dr. James Hoffman and my recovery book points out, the relaxation part of recovery is a big fucking thing. And if you can really unwind regularly, man, you can just power through all the shit you have to do in the rest of your life. So I think, if you get nothing out of weed, but you do it because you're fucking addicted to it, you just need help independently. So I don't know how many people are physiologically addicted to weed. I don't even know if that happens. But if you have something fun that's part of your life, and you do it a few nights a week or even every night of the week, but you don't go overboard and your sleep quality is not fucked up and you can stay on your nutrition plan, that's probably my best guess here is it's probably just fine. It could be even a slight net positive if it allows you to really cool it. James?
You're doing the marijuana cigarettes. Yeah, so I think there's a kind of a similar time series effect here, like with alcohol. So like if you guys have ever done the very unpleasant situation of taking a bunch of shots or having a bunch of drinks right before you go to bed, you know how that goes. Marijuana has a very similar time series effect. So I think if you want to benefit from the relaxation effects of either smoking or doing edibles or any of those things, it's probably better to space it a little ways away from bedtime. Here's kind of the trade-off, right? A lot of people do it in the evening to kind of wind down, which is good in the sense of it is a wind down routine. It does help you get relaxed, but when it is proximal to sleep like that, it can interfere with those deeper sleep cycles. So I would say if you're going to do it in the evening times, maybe push it closer to dinner time and maybe less towards actual bedtime, which is I know it's kind of defeats the purpose for some people, but I think that would be better in terms of not interrupting your sleep and you still get to benefit from the relaxation effects.
Next up, actually a quick to answer question from Forrest Nash Fitness is